An aerial view of Diamond Head reveals one of the most striking and recognizable natural landmarks in the Pacific. Rising abruptly from the southeastern edge of Oʻahu, this massive bowl-shaped formation dominates the coastline of Honolulu, standing in sharp contrast to the modern city that has grown around it. Known to Hawaiians as Leahi, Diamond Head is not just a scenic backdrop or tourist destination. It is the visible remnant of a violent geological event that occurred roughly 500,000 years ago, long before human settlement on the islands. Diamond Head is classified as a volcanic tuff cone, formed during a single, powerful, explosive eruption. Unlike the towering shield volcanoes that created much of Hawaii, this eruption was brief but intense. As magma rose rapidly from deep beneath the Earth's crust, it encountered seawater near the surface. The sudden interaction between molten rock and cold ocean water caused violent steam explosions, shattering the magma into fine ash, sand-sized particles, and fragmented debris. These materials rained down around the eruption site, gradually accumulating and compacting into a hardened rock known as volcanic tuff. Over time, this process created the steep-walled circular crater that defines Diamond Head today. The cone rises approximately 760 feet above sea level, its ridges forming a natural crown above the surrounding coastline. From the air, the crater's symmetry is striking, its rim nearly unbroken, enclosing a vast interior basin that spans more than 3/4 of a mile across. Despite its size, Diamond Head feels almost hidden, swallowed by the city that presses tightly against its outer slopes. What makes Diamond Head particularly fascinating is its location. Unlike many volcanic formations that exist in remote or sparsely populated regions, this ancient crater is surrounded on all sides by modern life. Residential neighborhoods cling to its base, golf courses stretch along its flanks, major roadways curve around its perimeter, and just beyond it, the Pacific Ocean meets the shore in a continuous rhythm of waves and light. Yet once inside the crater, the world seems to change. The interior of Diamond Head feels unexpectedly quiet and removed from the city outside. Grasslands spread across the basin floor, interrupted by clusters of trees and dirt access roads. The steep crater walls act as a natural barrier, muting the sounds of traffic and urban activity. Sunlight filters in at sharp angles, casting shadows that shift slowly throughout the day. It is a landscape that feels both contained and timeless, as though the crater has preserved its own isolated ecosystem within the heart of Honolulu. Near the center of this basin sits a small cluster of modest buildings, structures that often surprise viewers when Diamond Head is seen from above. These buildings are remnants of the site's military history, dating back to the early 20th century when Diamond Head was placed under U.S. Army control. At the time, Hawaii was considered a critical defensive outpost in the Pacific, and Diamond Head's elevation offered a commanding view of the surrounding ocean and Honolulu Harbor. To capitalize on this strategic position, the Army transformed parts of the crater and its slopes into a fortified military installation. Tunnels were carved directly into the volcanic rock. Bunkers and ammunition magazines were concealed within the crater walls. Observation posts were constructed along the ridges, allowing soldiers to scan the horizon for approaching ships. The small house near the center of the crater was used by caretakers and military personnel stationed at the site, serving as a functional presence within an otherwise stark and rugged landscape. Long before its military use, Diamond Head played an entirely different role in human history. For ancient Polynesian navigators, the crater served as a natural landmark, visible from far out at sea. Its distinctive silhouette helped guide canoes approaching Oʻahu, signaling proximity to land after long ocean voyages. To early Hawaiians, the formation was not merely a geological feature, but part of a living landscape infused with meaning, orientation, and identity.
The name Diamond Head itself came much later, during the 19th century, when British sailors mistook calcite crystals embedded in the rock for diamonds. Though the crystals held no monetary value, the name endured, eventually becoming one of the most iconic place names in Hawaii. Despite its ancient appearance and seemingly dormant state, Diamond Head is not considered extinct. Geologically, it remains classified as dormant, meaning it hasn't erupted in tens of thousands of years, but still belongs to an active volcanic system. Diamond Head is part of a broader volcanic chain on Oʻahu, formed after the main shield volcanoes had already ceased major activity. These later eruptions produced smaller, localized features, tuff cones, cinder cones, and lava flows that punctuate the island's landscape. While the likelihood of Diamond Head erupting again is extremely low on a human timescale, its existence is a reminder that Hawaii itself is the product of ongoing geological processes. Beneath the islands, the Earth's mantle continues to move, shift, and generate heat. The landscape may appear stable, but it was shaped by forces far more powerful than anything visible today. Today, Diamond Head State Monument stands as both a natural and historical treasure. Its hiking trails draw visitors to the summit, where panoramic views stretch across Waikiki, Honolulu, and the endless Pacific beyond. Its crater preserves layers of geological history, military remnants, and ecological resilience, all enclosed in a single ancient scar in the earth. From above, Diamond Head looks eternal and unchanging, but every ridge, tunnel, and grain of volcanic ash tells a story of explosive creation, human adaptation, and the slow passage of time. It is not merely a mountain, nor just a crater, but a monument to the dynamic forces that shaped Hawaii and continue to define it today.